Well, this is the headlight of my Peugeot 307 2007, and this is a right-hand wheel drive. I'm based in the UK, but I'm traveling in Europe, so you need one of these beam converters in order to be kind of legal, not to dazzle other road users. So I've bought this headlight beam adapters from Halfords, but if you look at what you get a description with quite a few vehicles there. You got these Eurolites, so they are not actually Halfords, but they're Eurolites. So whether you buy them from Eurolites or buy the same thing from Halfords, is the same thing. So I've used this already several times, so that's why they kind of separate, otherwise they go the same. So let's see about the description and where you position them on headlight lamp on my Peugeot 307. So let's open up this kind of manual description and so on. I'll have a better version of that, like on the screen later on. So this is what you get, different way you place it on for different cars, different models. On the other side you find your car where it is. The Peugeot 307 is down here, and then you look which number of these headlamps where you position it. So what you can see here is I'm going to Peugeot 307 2001 on, and it says diagram number 5, and you go to diagram number 5 on the other side, and what you can see is that there is this little cap. So these are two types of headlight lamps. One is a standard style with the bulb and cap that you can see, and the other is a projector style. So for this number 5 you can see that the projector style is this with a rounded shape and kind of a dotted yellow circle, and the standard style is just with a dot, with a little small dot like a standard. It shows the cap. So for my Peugeot 307 2007 it shows that it's a standard style dip beam, and it has to be just underneath this standard bulb. But these are not your normal headlights. This is Peugeot 307 2007. Probably the light is not quite good, but here you cannot see the bulb straight away. It has this projection, it's like a lens kind of inside there, that the dipped headlight beam is there. So this is a projector type headline, not the normal one. So it's a mistake in the description of this Eurolites or Halfords. So what you can also see from that little down, the next one is Peugeot 307 CC/SW, and this is for cars from September 2005 onwards, and this is number 4. So I am sure that when this was produced they didn't know that from 2007 the new model, the headlight lamps of the Peugeot 307, the facelift, they have the projector style headlight lamps. So this, if you go for 307 CC/SW, that's number 4, and this is the projector style headlight lamps. So in other words, for my Peugeot 307 you need to use diagram number 4. So on the right of this, so if you look straight at the headlight lamp, at the projector, this lensy type thing where the dipped headlight beam comes from, it has to be on the right of that. So let's see how we can position it. So I've put the board in front of my car, the Peugeot 307, and let's flick on the dipped headlights just to see where they point to. And this is the beam. I'll put a marker where, like with the pencil, where the light exactly is on both sides. Let me do that and show you what the end result is. And I've already done that, kind of behind the camera. And you can see here, this is the center with a pencil mark, and this is kind of I pointed where the beam is. And on that side as well, let me turn the light, probably because you can't quite see it. This is the central line there, this is the highest beam. So let's see how this works out when the converters are on, the headlight beam converters. So in order to stick these headlight beam converters, one needs to clean the headlight lamp. And I have a methylated spirit from B&Q, it's just cheaper. You wear gloves because it's methylated spirit, it goes through the skin, and just wipe it off. And that should be clean enough to promote adhesion to the headlight lamp. You can clean it with soapy water and so on. It's just easy for me to do it like that. So first of all, one needs to find the center of this projector light there, and I'll try to do, I'm behind the camera, I'll try to really put it kind of, this is a flip chart marker, non-permanent marker. Don't do it with a permanent marker. Just, you need a slight dot. You can do it with a pencil or something else. So I'll try to, I think that's the center there. You have a little dot, you probably can't quite see it. Then of course we'll take my Eurolites. They are like that, and you peel the back off. And I bought these Eurolites 2011, and they still, I have quite a bit of a adhesive to it, so you can use it multiple times. Don't touch it too much, otherwise you don't want to put creases or something. Have these somewhere aside, so when you come back from a holiday you can put them back together, and next time when you go you can reuse them. So I'll stick it right there. You press it, and that's that. This headlight is done, and I'll do the same. If you can kind of see it, it crosses the middle as per the picture that I showed. It crosses the middle from the right. Maybe I've put it a couple of millimeters, like 1 or 2 millimeters down, but it's not crucial. Several millimeters, is a couple of millimeters, is not that crucial. So that's done, and I'll do the other one. So that's the right one. Kind of, I'm trying to position it off the center to the right, and then on the other side is the same thing, also to the right, kind of covering half of this projector headlight there. Well, it depends, you have to kind of be level, and I'm not too sure if I've put the camera level, but it's kind of in the middle, and it's half, taking half, maybe it's just when I'm positioning. So now let's see what the difference is. So I flick the dipped headlights on. What you can see is that this is where the beam reflector is, and it kind of, you don't point your headlights like that and you don't dazzle. This is kind of empty, so it's going only straight. The same thing with that one, that's my stand for the camera. There is a bit of a shade there, so it doesn't really point towards the right, to dazzle the oncoming vehicles when you drive on the right in continental Europe. So when you're back from holiday, how do you take them off and reuse them again? You don't want to leave any residue on the headlamps. Basically you have to heat the headlamp with either driving with your dipped beams on, so the whole headlight is heated, then you can kind of peel it off, or have a hair sprayer that you heat it up. I have my lamp for my videos, and I'll heat it for quite a bit because it's quite warm there, so I can keep it there, heat it up. I'll leave this for like 10 minutes or so. So my lamp produces quite a bit of heat, and that's a bit warm. So then you simply have it from one side and peel it off, and there is no residue, there is nothing. So then you have your Eurolites, don't really touch them too much at the front. Then you have your, if you've kept your things, you can fairly easily stick them back together. This one is done, and then from the other side, and that's it. You have it put back together, put it in the thing that you bought, the headlamp beam converters, and you can reuse it next time. Well, this is it. This is how you put these headlamp beam adapters and put them back on with the backing cover, the kind of protective film, so you can reuse it second time around. I've used it a couple of times. This is the third time I'm going to be using those, and they're still working. They don't fall off or anything. Hopefully that saves you some money, and how you can apply it to the Peugeot 307 because there is a mistake in that description, as I explained earlier. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Hopefully that is useful to someone. Thank you very much.